Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is directed by James Gunn and stars Chris Pratt, Zoe Saldana, Dave Bautista, Bradley Cooper, and Vin Diesel. And this movie takes place after the events of the first one, in which the Guardians are now friends, and Star-Lord learns a little bit more about himself when he meets his father, Ego, played by Kurt Russell. Now let me say this, I absolutely love the first Guardians of the Galaxy. I think that's one of the best superhero movies ever made, and it's one of the best Marvel movies. And I gotta say, I think Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is a very fun movie. Is it as good as the first one? I would say not exactly on par, but it's still a great sequel. It's got great action scenes just like the first. One of the things I think this movie does better is that it has great character development. You learn more about the characters in this one. Like, the characters feel more fleshed out, especially Star-Lord in this movie, in which I think this is Chris Pratt's best performance as Star-Lord. He is really good, just like he was in the first one. Same goes with Zoe Saldana as Gamora. Rocket's really good. Groot, Drax. Kurt Russell's really good as Ego. I think he was a great villain. The CGI is fantastic. And Yondu was much better in this movie than he was in the first one. Because in the first one, he wasn't really bland, but we didn't learn that much about him, and he was kind of like, you know, a jerk. But in this movie, we learned a lot more about him, and it humanizes him. And I think out of the entire cast, Michael Rooker is amazing in this movie. He does a fantastic job. The humor is really good in the movie, although there are some jokes that do feel kind of forced, but most of it lands. And yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is a fantastic movie. It's not quite as good as the first, but it's still a great movie, and I'm going to give Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 an A.